Hey y'all, I just settled in a bit for the day. Is this funny? Okay. I just settled in a bit for the day. And I wanted to have a mini conversation with y'all. I'm struggling over here, low key. Okay, I wanted to have a mini conversation. Hey girl, oh my gosh, how you doing? That's so cool that you're on here. One of my Clubhouse family members is on here. So I wanted to have a conversation with y'all. I'm literally eating a salad. This is girl chat about how we treat our hair. And it dawns on me, I feel like a lot of us, I've been having a lot of conversations with people about relationships, about love, about all kinds of things. And obviously I spend a lot of time thinking about natural hair and all the dynamics of hair, natural hair, how we treat our natural hair. And one thing that I noticed is that the same way that I hear women describe, like the way that their exes treated them, is the same way that they treat their hair. And I just thought that was interesting. What do I mean by that? So maybe your ex was trying to make you be something that you're not, didn't appreciate you. Hey, Maya. Didn't appreciate you for who you were, didn't embrace you the way that you were, tried to shift you, change you, like all those different kinds of things. We do that to our hair. And it's just like nothing that our hair does or nothing that our hair is good enough unless we can make it into something else that we want it to be. Like we have this idea of what we think our hair should be. And instead of like embracing what our hair is and learning about how our hair actually is and what really works for it, how does it like to be loved? How does it like to be taken care of? What does it look like in its healthiest state? We like to be like, I don't care what it looks like in its healthy state. I want it to look like this. I want it to feel like this. Maybe it doesn't. Maybe when it's healthy, it feels a certain kind of way, but I want it to feel like this. So I don't care if it's healthy as long as it feels like this. And I feel like that's so interesting because our hair is a part of us. And so if you are working to make your hair conform and fit into a box of some kind that it does not naturally fit into, then what is it saying about how you're feeling about yourself? What is it saying about your love for yourself? And some people might say that's a stretch. In my experience, it's not at all. When I first went natural, it was literally a step further and deeper into loving myself in a greater and healthier way. Because I'm sure there's expectations that we put on ourselves sometimes too. Sometimes, have you ever talked to yourself in a way that you would never talk to anyone else? Like sometimes my mom will say something about herself. I'll be like, don't talk about my mama like that. I will look at my mother and tell my mother not to talk about herself like that. Do it with my friends too. Don't talk about my friend like that. Who do you think you are talking to my friend like that? We'll talk to ourselves and do things to ourselves that we won't let other people do to us. And I feel like there's just a level of opportunity for us to love ourselves greater and better, if I'm honest, because we're usually our own worst critic. We're usually super, super hard on ourselves. There goes that train that comes. If y'all watch my videos and you hear the train is here. The train comes at the most inopportune times. Anyways, so I just wanted to say, also, if y'all have questions, anytime I'm on live, if you have questions, ask away. But I just feel like our hair does not want to be made to be something that it's not any more than we do. And when you try to force it into a box, force it to do something that it doesn't want to do, you get hair that's breaking off and falling out and looking all kind of ways. It might look nice for the moment, but then eventually something goes down. Just like in those relationships that people talk about, you might be good for a little while, but then reality sets in. Like, your cup is empty. You came into the relationship overflowing, but then all these expectations and all the manipulation and all the whatever that was toxic to you came in, and your cup was empty after that. You're like, oh man. And I feel like that's where a lot of people's hair is. Your hair done all it could do for you. It's been there with you your whole life. It can only take the mistreatment for so long. Maybe I'm being dramatic. It was just a thought that I had. But I feel like it'll make you and your hair happy if you just allow your hair and allow yourself to be who they are, who you are, essentially. Let's see what Amaya said. With me, I used to slick my hair every day at school. And it used to bring in every day at school, and it got used to being in that form that I lost my curl in the front. So I'm working on getting that pattern back. Any tips? I've never heard of that before. So your hair's like trained. You might need the first thing I recommend is to go see a stylist, because a stylist, a professional cosmetologist, they're definitely gonna know and have more solutions in their back pocket than I'm gonna have for you. I've heard of things like Olaplex that are supposed to be really great about rebuilding the bonds in your hair. Again, I recommend you see a stylist for that, though, even though they do sell it to consumers. And other than that, I feel like a general cleanse and deep condition. If a general cleanse and deep condition is not bringing your hair back and just making sure your hair is hydrated, then definitely go and see a professional. I do my hair to a degree, right? I make sure that I do my hair. Thank you. That's so sweet. She said, I love your personality. I do my hair. I'm knowledgeable about my hair. And because I do my own hair and I'm knowledgeable about my hair, it helps me to pick out hairstylists who are equipped to do my hair. I feel like I'm able to discern a little bit more because I feel confident in the knowledge that I have about my hair. I know enough to know that there's certain things that I'm not going to do by myself to my hair. I'm just not. So when it was time for me to get a haircut, I found a stylist. Thankfully, I found a really good one. I continue to go to her. I live 3.5 hours away, but I bet you when it's time for my appointment again, I'll be making that 3.5 hour trip up the road to Atlanta to go and see her. So when you find a good one, you gotta hold on. One of the fur babies is crying. I think they gotta go tinkle. So I'm gonna be leaving soon. Are there any other questions that anyone has for me? That's really the only thing I wanted to get on here and say. A lot of people have, under some certain videos, have had some comments about my hair and what they think about my hair. And the reality is I let my hair do what it do. I let my hair do what it do. Do what it does. Do what it want to do. I don't slick my edges. That's probably part of the reason I still got great thick ones, because I don't slick them, because they're not really meant to be slick unless, you wet it and you set it in a slick style, specifically for curls. Maya, where are you located? If you go to a website, it's called I Am Black Girl Curls. They have some hairstylists on there who specifically specialize in curls and kinky textures. So if you go to I Am Black Girl Curls, they're a huge resource for my channel and for the kinds of information that I give out. They are curl specialists. They only work with curls in its curly. It's called IamBlackGirlCurls.com. Look, let me type my phone to double and make sure I'm telling you the correct thing. I Am Black girl curls. Ooh, now it's not the time to load slow. Oh, it's blackcurlmagic.com. Go to blackcurlmagic.com. And they have a curl stylist directory on there. Literally, this is what it looks like on my phone. It's backwards for y'all, I think, but blackcurlmagic.com. And they have a stylist directory, and it's not guaranteed that one's going to be in your city, but so here's a tip for finding curl specialists. I would go to this website, look up these curl specialists, like go to their social media and see the kinds of things that they're doing with these curls, how they take care of them, the type of products that they recommend, things like that. Like literally, you're welcome, Maya. Like literally, you lucky. You said your godmom does hair, lucky. Literally, if you follow and pay attention to the kinds of things that I say on my channel, you go to blackcurlmagic.com and you follow those stylists that are on there and you see the type of methods that they're doing to their hair, then you can use those ideologies to vet hairstylists. So if you are looking at a hairstylist, first of all, I'm going to be real with y'all. If you are looking at somebody and they're a natural hairstylist, they say that they're a natural hairstylist, and you go to their Instagram and all you see is straight hair, don't go there. I wouldn't recommend it. That's not to say that they can't do curly hair. They might be one of the best curly hairstylists out there. It's unlikely, though. It's unlikely. Just like you are probably going to want to know you're not going to go to a chef if their food looks nasty on their Instagram. You're just not. Their food could be delicious and just not look good. But if their food looks nasty, you're not going to that restaurant. You're not going to go eat there because it looks nasty. So why are you going to go to someone who says they specialize in curls and all they're displaying is straight hair? So there's just certain things, and I'll probably do like a whole actual video on this. What things do you need to look for when you're looking for a hairstylist for your curly hair, and if you want to wear it curly, because that's very different. A lot of people are being taught how to alter curly hair, whether chemically or with, what are them things called? Silk presses, things like that. Do you watch Jawan? I have never seen, I don't know how that's pronounced. Jawan Ahmad? Jawan Ahmad? Ahmad? I don't know who that is. Who is that, Maya? But yeah, so do y'all think that would be helpful? Would it be helpful to do a video on how to choose a natural hairstylist? Or is that a self-explanatory thing? He's a YouTuber with curly hair. I'm going to have to look him up. Y'all, this salad is so good. I used to hate salads. I thought I hated salads, but I didn't season them. Make a salad, some vegan mayo, some smoked paprika, nutritional yeast, salt, or liquid aminos. I use liquid aminos. It's so good. Sometimes my hair isn't as curly as it is in the shower. What do you mean by curly? I would say it is normal. When you're in the shower, your hair is being weighed down by water, one. And then sometimes it may be really defined because it's also really wet at the time. So in and out of the shower, your curls will definitely look different. We're on the same page. I made it. Here, this is what it looks like. There's some kale and some romaine lettuce. That's the base. There's also avocado in here and some tomatoes. The tomatoes are hiding, but they're in there. It's like a whole 1.5 room of tomatoes. But yeah, Maya, your hair is going to look different inside and out of the shower. The way to Yes, we had, well, I think your name looks familiar. I think we had a consultation today, and I hopped on there on the call, but I didn't see you on the video call. I think it was you. Your name looks familiar. But yes, I am still doing hair consultations. But Maya, if you want your curls to look similar outside of the shower as they do in the shower, then what you need to do is get in the shower while your hair's drenching wet, put your products on there, set the style, like put your products in there, and then get under a hooded dryer to set the style. When you let your hair air dry, so for example, if you do a wash and go, right? And you're in the shower and your hair is like curls popping, moisturized, hydrated, all that good stuff, right? And then, you know, maybe your hair is like down here when you're in the shower. And then you let it air dry. And it takes, 2 days if you're anything like me. And you let it air dry and it shrinks up to here. And your hair is shrunken and you get single strand knots. And it's like kind of no bueno. It's definitely not the same as what it looked like in the shower. If you want to maintain that like length and the definition, then once you get out of the shower, sit under the hooded dryer and it'll dry in place. Schedule, please. I'm in Germany, so I was off time. I'm really sorry. It's okay. It's okay. Yeah, go ahead and reschedule. That's fine. I would love to talk to you. Definitely go ahead and reschedule. And we'll talk later. But yeah, so if you are wanting to keep your hair closer to the way that it looks in the shower, then the way it's proper product, like good products, but really proper technique. And then a hooded dryer. And the thing is, so there's sometimes my hair isn't really good. I really just started. Yeah. I'm gonna have to try that salad recipe, eating one now. Yes, it's so good. If anyone's in Atlanta or if you've been to Atlanta, I based this off of Tassili's Raw Reality. Their salad is so good. I used to get their wraps. And their wraps are really good. Their kale is on point. Oh, so good. Are you still doing? Yes, still doing. I answered that one. What temperature do you set the dryer? So my dryer, ideally I would have a hooded dryer that had low, medium, and high, and I would set it on medium, but my dryer only has low and high. So I set mine on high. And it's fine. My hairstylist said that you ain't gonna get heat damage from a hooded dryer, so I just blessed it. She said you're more likely to get heat damage from like a handheld blow dryer than a hooded dryer. So as you can see, my curls are still intact, and I use the hooded dryer every single week. She said it's like the equivalent to having the sun beam down on your hair. And I definitely do that. I mean, our hair is meant to protect our scalp from the sun, essentially. That's why ours is so thick. Fun fact, Black history, our hair is thick and curly like this because we adapted to be able to be in the sun, and we needed to have hair to protect our scalp. We needed to have thick curly hair to protect our scalp. Hey girl, I got really scissor happy and cut a lot of my hair off. Ooh, Lord knows I've done that so many times. I'm not a professional, so it's really uneven, and I'm just hoping it grows back evenly. My edges are thinning. Okay, so your hair is not necessarily going to grow back evenly unless you, Your hair is really not going to grow back evenly unless you, unless it grows at different speeds at different parts of your head, or you have like a different curl pattern. If you want it to be even, an easy way to cut it and make it even is to do like smaller twists, like medium-sized twists, and kind of trim it while it's in the twists because you can more easily see what's going on. Otherwise, again, you can go see someone who specializes in cutting curly hair. But yeah, it's not going to just automatically grow back even. And why? I see you said my edges are thinning. I meant also I'm just having a hair crisis right now. Why do you think, like, what kinds of things do you do to your hair that leads to your edges thinning? Because it's either stress, like you're stressing yourself out and so you're losing your edges, like your life is stressful, or some type of like tension that's pulling your edges out. So let me know what you're doing to your hair, and I can tell you what might help the edges situation. For example, this puff is like loose. There's minimal to like no tension on the edges. Tension from box braids. Yeah, you got to stop the box braids. That's what's doing it. It's the box braids. And so really the hairstyle that's going to be the easiest on your edges is wash and goes. And so if you can master how to do a wash and go, your hair is really going to flourish. And you do a wash and go every week. And that is feasible even for women with 4C hair. Like I can literally tell you people on Instagram to go and follow to show you that for 4C hair, which I don't really subscribe to that hair typing system, but if I did, there are people that I could show you who like them 4C curls be popping, okay, and moving and everything. So just something to think about. Box braids they're no bueno, especially if you're losing your edges. Okay, let's see. I'm gonna cut a lot of my hair. Yes, that's normal. Have you tried Jane Carter hair products? Jane Carter. I don't think I've tried Jane Carter hair products. That sounds familiar though. Jane Carter. I kind of want to like Google it and look up what it looks like. Y'all. Jane, me and Google are best friends. Oh, I have seen them. Nah, I have not tried. I did have something that was Jane Carter a long time ago that somebody gave me. I don't know if it's a brand that I recommend or not. I don't have an opinion on Jane Carter. Hey, Tiffany. Do you just use leave-in and gel, no oil? Yes, correct. And sometimes I don't even use leave-in, honestly. I just use gel. Yeah. Sometimes I'll use gel and foam. I just recently tried that out. I'm still working on what combination of products is my favorite. So I haven't found it yet. What gets me like the perfect result. But I will say there's a gel by Sense that my hairstylist recommended to me. And that gel, like when I first started using it, I didn't really understand the value in it. But now that my hair is kind of like coming back to itself and is in hydrated form, I feel like things are working the way that they're supposed to be working. And that gel, again, it's by Sense. It gets my hair popping. It's like the voluminizing gel or something. And it says like voluminizing or volumizing. I don't know which word it uses specifically. It says that it's like volumizing, but it actually makes my curls like more defined. So I'm still honing in on what specifically I like for like, okay, if I want my hair to look like this, I use these products. If I want my hair to look like this, I use these products. I know if I want my hair really defined, I have to do like the shingling method and spend a little bit more time. But right now I'm experimenting to see what products are going to give me the results that I want, what clean products are going to give me the results. Hey girl, oh, I'm glad you called it. Because I know one time I think you, I had a live and you were like, I didn't know you were going live. I'm glad you're here. But yeah, so I'm currently experimenting to see like which clean products can I use and do my hair in like 4 sections and still get somewhat defined. So that's one reason, again, my hair also hasn't really been defined at all, is because I've been experimenting and I'm cool with that. Because I am working to figure out for y'all, because I'm building a community full of women who want to learn more about natural hair, and I eventually want to hone in and I want to cater my channel to people who are women who are busy and don't have a lot of time to do their natural hair. I'm really catering towards efficiency. So things like that 1 hour wash day, detangling in 10 minutes, that kind of stuff. Like, I want fast methods for natural hair. Like, I want people to be able to do their hair quickly and efficiently and healthily. And so I use myself to experiment with that, obviously, because I'm with myself all the time, and I get to wash my hair every week or twice a week if I want to. So I'm currently experimenting to see what methods and products and techniques are going to give me super defined. I'm not going to say super defined, because I know it's not going to be super defined with me just doing like 4 sections or something like that. But what products and methods and techniques are going to give me big defined hair, relatively defined hair that will last for a week and, you know, look the way that I like it to look, which is big with a bit of definition is how I prefer it to look, without me having to spend a whole bunch of time going through row by row shingling my hair. I just know me, and I'm not going to do that. So I'm working on figuring that out. I'm experimenting. So as soon as I figure out my perfect combination of techniques and everything, I'll let y'all know. Because also I noticed that my stylist is able to get certain definition really, really easily. And then I will do exactly what she recommends, and it doesn't come out the same. And so I'm also looking, and I know if I practiced it enough that I would be able to get the same results that she's getting. And I also want to figure out what's the most like foolproof method to get the results as well. And products and things. So that's what I'm figuring out. That's what I'm working on. Is this the lady that hate oil? I don't hate oil. That is so funny. I don't hate oil. I actually love oil. I mean, oil is important. Oil is supposed to be in products. I'm sorry. I get tickled. I'm so sorry, y'all. I don't hate oil. Oil is necessary. I do need oil in products. I have oil in some of my products. It's just not in the top 5 ingredients, and it's not raw oils and butters. And again, when I say raw oils and butters, I mean it's not formulated into a product. It's not processed, I guess, into a product. It is, you went into the grocery store, into the grocery aisle, and you picked up some coconut oil and some olive oil, and you started putting it in your hair. It doesn't work. I'm sorry. It's not good for your hair, and it does not work well for you. Like, you need something that is formulated for hair, and it can have oils and butters in it as long as it's not in those top ingredients. And if you're going to use those kinds of things, which you still can choose to, then you need to make sure to clarify your hair. That's really it. If you're going to use oils, if you're going to use butters, more power to you. I support it. I really do. Just use them responsibly. Use them well. You have to understand you can't use those things and then go and co-wash your hair. Your hair is going to literally die from the inside out. Like, that's why the video is titled "Why Oil is Killing Your Natural Hair," because your hair is dying from the inside out. It looks glowing and flowing on the outside, but on the inside it's dry and dusty, and that's why it's breaking. So you can use oils and butters. I don't care. It ain't my hair. It ain't gonna make me no difference. Just make sure you clarify. I'm just here to help. I'm not here to tell you what to do with your life. I don't want to tell you what to do with your life. I ain't nobody's mama, okay? I have no kids of my own, and I am nobody's mama. So I really don't want the responsibility of your hair on my shoulders, especially if you don't want to listen. So you can absolutely use your oils and butters. I'm just saying, use them responsibly if you're going to use them. I understand some people say that it helps with their slip and it helps with this, that, and the third, and they feel like their hair's going to break if they don't use it. And it's also just a really tough mindset to get past when it's been rammed in our heads for so many years that we have to use oils on it. Or when people say, but our ancestors, they grease their scalps, and these people, like, we didn't have then what we have now. So we had to use what we what we had available to us. And if all we had available to us was like pig fat, then like, yeah, we're going to use it on our scalps. There's a whole bunch of things. Even like the fact that we were greasing our scalps, it wasn't because it was healthy for the growth of our hair. It was to keep bugs and stuff out of it. Y'all, again, I think I've told y'all this before. Y'all know how we grew up and we thought that we couldn't get lice? We were like, that's like a white people thing. Black people don't get lice. I know y'all heard that. I know y'all said that. Black people don't get lice. It's not true, actually. Black people can get lice. The reason that they're usually less likely to get lice is because we used to be putting grease and stuff on our scalp, and lice and other critters don't like that. So that's why we would do things like greasing our scalp. It didn't have nothing to do with the health of our hair, but that's a whole other video. I'm going to start rice treatments in a couple of days. How do you feel about rice treat? Like rice water? Like you making it at home? I don't suggest it. I don't suggest it. And the women that who I talk to who are her curl specialists, they also don't suggest it. They said that it will damage your hair. And I don't know the science behind why they said that it will damage your hair. I'm going to be real with y'all. But they said don't do it. They said don't do rice water. Don't do apple cider vinegar rinses. Don't put no baking soda and baking powder on your hair. They said don't do it. It messes with the acidity. The same reason that people pre-poo to keep from high growth fatigue, which is basically the cuticles on your hair are opening and closing too many times. Things like apple cider vinegar rinses that are very acidic, it's like opening your cuticles on your hair so much to the point where it's potentially damaging your hair and breaking it off. So I wouldn't suggest rice treatments. I don't know if when you're saying rice treatments, if this is some type of different professional thing that I don't know about. But if it is, let me know. I always love learning new things. That just cracks me up. Is this the lady that hate oil? Tension from box braids. How about knotless braids? I mean, whether they're knotless or not, it's about the tension. I think knotless braids are cute though. I've never gotten any. I think they're cute. It's still extra tension and weight on your hair though. It's because I don't have time to do my hair in the morning. So box braids are, I don't do my hair in the morning. I wake up, I take it down, shake, fluff, and then I keep it moving. If you know what to do, and again, so someone asked if I'm still doing consultations. So a lot of people don't know because I've not advertised it heavily. I will help people one-on-one with their hair and also with their confidence around their hair. I'm a confidence coach also. And so if you want to have a conversation one-on-one, you want to know what even beneficial to you, you can go to my website, www.hairdoula.com. And literally, when I say I'm the hair doula everywhere, I'm the hair doula everywhere, including my website. And you can book a free consultation there, and we can talk about different things different services and products that I have that could potentially help you understand your hair better. So, yeah, I think it's a 15-minute consultation. So you can do that. Feel free to utilize it. I'd love to talk to y'all. Because yeah, certain things. Thanks, Jasmine. Jasmine said my hair is beautiful though. Jasmine was the same person who said, is this the lady that hate oil? I love it. Y'all really do crack me up for real. I'll read some of these comments under these videos. People get really mad at some of the things that I'm saying. I'm just like, dang. Somebody came for me in my mold too. I was like, what does that got to do with the price of tea in China? A couple years ago, I permed my edges because they were stressing me out. Not slicking down how I wanted. Big mistake, I know. Fast forward to now and they're still struggling. Oh no! You're just going to have to give them some love. Are you going to have to give them some love? They only grow to a certain length, very short, of course, and they have yet to thicken up in density. Just did a rice water challenge for a week. I like the results. Continue or not? Nah, I don't suggest continue. From my understanding, rice water is like really protein heavy, and so it will break your hair off. Don't quote me on it though. Lord Jesus, don't quote me on it. I have not done in-depth research about that. I just know it's not recommended. The exact reason why it's not recommended, can't tell you. I'm just going to pass on the fact that it's not recommended. And that's really all I got for you. Let's see. What else? I don't know what to do other just all of a sudden. Oh, it's just all of a sudden. What's just all of a sudden? All of a sudden my hair ends are thin. Oh, I trimmed them. But I don't know. I don't want to overdo it. Trina, what are you doing to your hair where your ends are thin? Layla, don't be over there. We have a fur baby guest and she be trying to eat their food. Box braids are okay. So Wit says box braids are okay if you only keep them for a month. Once it starts to grow, it starts to pull on your hair and our edges are the most sensitive. I agree with that. And if you get them every once in a while, like if you do that once a year, it's not going to be a big deal. But people get box braids back to back to back to back to back, and to only wash your hair once a month, that often is not healthy in any way, shape, or form. So again, it kind of depends on the context with the box braids. Because yeah, I used to do like, and I still may at some point, like box braids or something like that. Like once a year, some type of style that's got added hair in where I keep it for 4 to 6 weeks. But me doing that once every 2 years is not going to kill my hair or my edges. And honestly, I can't even keep it in for that long. It starts getting on my nerves and I got to get it out. But every once in a while, but there are people who will, she said yes, only once per year. There are people that is the only style that they wear. And they feel like that's a protective style and that they're using that to grow their hair out. And so their hair is never free. And I think that's why they're losing their edges, is because they wear box braids, they grow out, and they get the edges redone, but they leave the rest in. And then it grows out again, and then they take it out, and maybe they I've literally heard people say, oh yeah, I let my hair rest for 2 or 3 days. And I'm like, that's not rest. That's not rest. Your hair needs more than a weekend. Honestly, you don't even rest for real when you got 2 or 3 days over the weekend from work. And it definitely doesn't do it for your hair at all. At all. Okay, let's see. Tiffany said, REB, I'm going to try the rice water. She just said she wouldn't recommend it. Yeah, I'm going to try the rice water one time and see. Try it. Again, one thing that I do hope people understand, even like by reading my responses to comments and stuff and listening to me, excuse me, I really do encourage that y'all be your own people and figure out stuff for yourself. Like if that's what you want to do, you have every right to do that. Just like my mom, she can tell me about the experiences that she's had in her life. And I can choose to learn from those, or I can choose to still experience it and go through it myself. And sometimes you just got to go through it yourself and figure it out yourself and see it for yourself. I'm not saying that that's really all I'm saying. Like I'm perfectly fine with people like challenging my beliefs and saying things to me. I feel like I consider us at this point, if you're watching my YouTube channel, I consider us sisters. You're my YouTube sisters. And I told someone this in my Facebook group today, in the Natural Girls Rule the World Facebook group, where we're doing the 30-day challenge. I told them, they kind of gave me some pushback on something. They gave me some feedback, really, is what it was. It was feedback. And, I responded to it and I thanked them for it. And I asked him, keep doing that, because I said, thank you for being my YouTube sister. And I said, sisters hold each other accountable. Sisters hold each other accountable. They say the tough things, in a loving way. And that's what she did. And I want that to continue. And I want us to be our own person. I don't want to be surrounded by a bunch of people who just automatically agree with what I say, because I don't do that. I feel like that's part of Black girl magic. You are your own person, and sometimes you don't agree, and you be like, I'm gonna go figure this out on my own because I don't believe what you're saying. And my response to that is, I love it. I love it. And I genuinely mean that. I love it. Let's see. All of a sudden, my hair ends are thin. I trim them. I think I already read that. Yeah, that was my idea with the protein. I felt like I needed it. My hair was a little limp in some areas, but thank you. You're welcome. Protective styles. I don't do nothing to my hair, literally. Girl, it's them protective styles that's getting you. I'm willing to bet the reason that your hair is thinning and breaking off is because it's always in protective styles. Because protective styles aren't... I need to make that a video soon about protective styles. I need to record that like ASAP, actually. Let me jot that down. I think it's actually already on my list because that needs to be addressed. This idea of protective styles. Honestly, if you're talking about a style that's going to help your hair to grow and stay like safe from breakage, then wash and goes, or something that will allow you to wash your hair every single week, is the most protective that you're going to get. And I know that, again, that goes against everything that we're taught. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry that I have to be the one to tell you this, but protective styles are not good for your hair. They're just not. There's nothing about them that's good for your hair. And maybe that's me being dramatic, but other than the fact that you get to experience something that's new and fun, like protective styles to me are like dessert. Protective styles are dessert. So when I talk about, like you want to make sure you're eating healthy food and you're doing healthy things and things that are healthy for your hair the majority of the time, and every once in a while you have dessert, just like in real life, this is the regular kinds of things that I eat. I eat greens, I eat vegetables, I eat fruits, and then every once in a while, like after this salad, I have a brownie and some ice cream ready to go. Vegan ice cream ready to go because I've been craving it. And I can have dessert sometimes. And protective styles are like dessert. It's like, it's nice to have. Dessert's delicious. Everyone deserves to have dessert sometimes. And the frequency with which you have dessert depends on how healthy you want your body to be. So some people eat dessert all the time, every day, multiple times a day. And that's cool. And for some people's bodies, that may affect their body in a certain kind of way. Other people's bodies, it might not have any effect because everyone's body is different. And the same, everyone's hair is different. Everybody's hair cannot take protective styles. And really no one's hair can take protective styles all the time. My hair, I have a lot of hair, but my actual hair strands are thin. So if I'm wearing, like, my edges are easily snatched, okay? Because my hair is thin. My edges are easily snatched. And so I don't do things that would snatch my edges because they'll be gone. They'll be gone. My hair is easily broken. So I don't do things that will break my hair off because it'll be gone. My hair, again, it is very fine. It is very fine. So I don't put heat on my hair because it'll be straight. It'll be damaged. And that's just, some people can straighten their hair and it's fine. I can't do that to my hair. And that's fine. So you have to understand your goals. If your goal is just to be able to not have to touch your hair for a month, then protective styles are great. But just know you're not growing long hair that way. And that's okay if that's not your goal. If your goal is to grow, and that's what the things that I talk about on my channel has to do with the mixture between healthy hair and quick and efficient hair. I'm the intersection of those. Healthy and quick and efficient. So what I'm telling you is not the quickest, easiest thing, because then I would just tell you go get some box braids and just keep getting those done over and over and over again, because that's going to be the quickest thing. And it's also not, it's not, well, I don't know. I feel like really in terms of hair growth, it is the best method for hair growth, actually. So, but I fuse them together. And so I can teach you how you can get your routine down to an hour or two, as opposed to having to do it over your whole Saturday. And what I teach you is going to be aimed at making sure that your hair is healthy and that you don't have to spend a bunch of time doing it, because we're busy women and we have things to do. I understand that. I'm busy and I got things to do. So I don't want to spend hours on my hair. And I also like wearing my hair out. So this really works for me anyways. So it's about understanding. And again, that's what I will help tailor for you in one-on-one, in a one-on-one consultation kind of setting. If you, again, do decide to go and book with me, we're going to talk about what are your goals? How much time do you have to do your hair? Like, though, and that's what I will make suggestions based off of. Because some people don't care about growing their hair. Some people don't care about that. It doesn't matter to them. Different things matter to different people. Oh, yes, Trina, you've been here from the beginning. Trina said, Dasha, you're almost at 2K. I remember when you were at 200. I love the growth. I do too. It's really exciting. And I appreciate the support along the way. Let's see. What protective styles do you recommend then? I'm very active in the gym. I love my natural hair. It's healthy, but having a protective style is low maintenance, you know? So again, it depends on what you mean by protective. I go to the gym all the time. And not only do I go to the gym, I like doing things like hot yoga. That is my favorite gym activity. So I'm literally in a hot room sweating, and I do wash and goes. That's it. I do wash and goes. That's it. Plus I model as well. So oftentimes I have to be able to do my hair really quickly and easily. Like this hair, oftentimes when I do my wash and go, I immediately have to make them really, really big, because oftentimes, especially in the last couple of weeks, I've been doing it because I have a photo shoot. And so like my hair right now is like really big and undefined because I haven't felt like rewashing it yet. It's really rainy here. So I'm like, I'm not doing all that. But my wash and goes, if you understand how to do a wash and go and you do proper technique, your wash and go, even with going to the gym every day, it will last. It will last you every day. And again, it'll be the quickest, easiest style. And I would say if you are going to do a protective style, the best kind of protective style, it has no added hair. It's your own hair. It's your own twists. Twist with your own hair, braids with your own hair, whatever it is, it's with your own hair with no added weight and without a bunch of tension, just minimizing the tension. I still love those kinds of styles. That's actually the kinds of styles that I used to grow my hair. I would twist my hair every 2 weeks. So I would twist my hair up in like medium twists. I love that word, medium. I would twist my hair in medium twists. And then I would wear my twists for a week. And then going into the second week, I would untwist my hair and wear my twists out for a week. And it would gradually get bigger. And then I would, go and cleanse my hair again and retwist it and start all over. That's how I grew my hair. So if you do want a protective style in that way, and you have, for me, it got to the point where it was taking 8 to 12 hours for me to twist my hair. It was just too long because my hair was really long and I have a lot of hair, and it just took a long time to do all that twisting. So that's why I don't do that no more. But if you have the time and that's something that you want to do, that is what I would recommend for your protective style, is your own hair. And I would recommend you do it. The easiest thing, in my opinion, is every 2 weeks, like I used to do, is just twist because you don't want to do that level, spend that time every week. That's too much. So I would wash your hair and twist it, or braid it, whatever is your preference, and then wear it out the next week and then keep it moving. Or cornrows or flat twists, like some type of style like that will last you. And you can do every 2 weeks. Maybe, again, the first week wear in the braids or the twists, the cornrows, the flat twists, whatever, for the first week. And then the second week, take it out and wear it out and flourish. And then, keep it moving after that. Just keep up your patterning and your routine. That's what I would recommend in terms of protective styles. I'm very active. I feel like we should read. I agree. She said, Preppy Faye 12 said, I feel like we should rename those styles as break styles. I agree. Every time when I would get those styles, that's exactly what I was getting them for, was to take a break. I'd be like, I'm about to cut all my hair off. I don't feel like dealing with it anymore. And then I'd be like, it's time to go get some braids. Like, it's time to go get something. And still, even when I would do that, I would never like blow dry my hair straight or whatever. I would just like do it in braids and stretch, like take a couple of days to stretch it out. But and then I would go and get it done. So I agree, they're break styles. I recently learned that protein treatments are my high porosity hair's best friend. Yeah. I just did my first one mid-January. My hair never felt stronger and healthier. That's awesome. And that's good that, again, that you know that about your hair. So if you have an understanding that your hair is high porosity and you're sure that your hair is high porosity, which probably means that it's either heat damaged or that you have it colored, like dyed, that's usually high porosity hair. Otherwise, hair is not usually naturally high porosity. But if you do have high porosity hair, yes, protein it is a friend of yours, because it's kind of it's helping to reinforce those bonds that your hair has lost through being damaged in some way, shape, or form. Let's see. I do them because I don't want to manipulate my hair too much. Manipulation is really not, I mean, if anything, you want a low manipulation style. So for example, my wash and goes are low manipulation. I don't touch my hair for a week. That's low manipulation. So it doesn't, box braids are not, you don't have to have like added hair or even like to twist or braid your hair up to have low manipulation. If you just put your hair up in a puff and don't touch it, technically that's a low manipulation hairstyle. Let's see. This YouTuber, Natural Rain, talked about how doing only wash and goes grew her hair. Her hair's past her shoulders. Yeah. And I used to think that you couldn't grow your hair with doing wash and goes, but my hair is definitely growing. I cut my hair not too long ago, like last year, and it's already up, like basically back to where it used to be. And I'm just like, that happened real fast. Okay, hair. I see you, girl. Flourish, boo. Flourish. What's for dinner? This salad is for dinner tonight. I had a heavier lunch, like potatoes, and I'm mostly vegan. So like at home I eat vegan. I'd say I eat vegan like 90% of the time in my life. But sometimes I'll eat dairy. And so today at brunch, there really were no vegan options. So I had a scramble, like a veggie scramble, and I had potatoes, and I had an English muffin because they don't do biscuits. I'm from the South, y'all. I do biscuits for breakfast, okay? Biscuits. Don't give me no hockey puck English muffin, but that's just me. That's just me. Biscuits are soft and fluffy, and English muffins are hard. But yeah, I had a heavier lunch, so I'm doing a lighter dinner. And also, I also know that I'm eating brownie and ice cream for dessert, so balance. It's all about balance. I agree. I straightened my fine hair for the first time last year, and it was damaged. Yes, girl. I've only ever straightened my natural hair one time, and that was years ago. All that hair is gone now because I had to cut it all off because it was damaged. I straightened it one time, waited like 3 years into being natural, straightened it one time, and it was damaged. And I was so mad. So I will never, and I'm very serious. People look at me and they go, never? I will never straighten my hair again. Never, ever. I will not do it. I don't care if it's healthy this or healthy ain't. There's not going to be a flat iron or any direct heat styling tool being applied to my hair. Period. That's period. Never again. I use Olaplex, not using heavy butters and oils and practicing hydrating my hair is doing better. That's awesome. I still haven't tried Olaplex, but I really do want to try it. I'm going to ask my hairstylist about it. I think that she does it. I'm going to ask her about it and see if she recommends it for me. My hair is kind of about 4A, 4B. I don't know. It's kind of straight, but my edges are straighter. Interesting. To be very honest, I never did a wash and go ever. I want to try, but I don't know what products and stuff. I'm literally new. Oh, my hair is hard to define because it's kind of straight, about 4A, 4B, IDK. Girl, I got some, I have some people on Instagram. Gina, if you're still on here, I'm going to pull up my Instagram and who to follow. And also, if you're on Facebook, we're doing the challenge. So I'm going to be talking about products a lot. I'm also going to be having a couple webinars coming up with some of the stylists that specialize in kinky hair that I've been telling y'all about. Where's my Instagram? Okay, so one Instagram I recommend for you, it's Yes Her Studio. This is one of my friends. Her name's Elaine, and she specializes in kinky hair, kinky curly hair. Go check out her page. Like literally, you will see people with 4A, 4B, 4C hair, and you'll see how she does their hair. It's popping. Like whole other level. Go and follow her. She specializes. Like that's what she specializes in. I may make a video because I have multiple people that I recommend to y'all to go and check out, just even for inspiration to see what's possible for your hair. Like it's not even always about instruction. Sometimes it's about just seeing what is possible for your hair so that you can then believe. It's called Yes Her Studio. I'll show you again. I'll pull it up. Yes Her Studio. YESHERSTUDIO. When you go to her page, tell her I sent you. Be like, Dasha told me that I need you to check your workout because you do a great job with type 4 hair. You're welcome. You're welcome, love. You're welcome. But yeah, sometimes it's great to go to these other pages just for inspiration so you can see what's possible with Afro textured hair. I feel like people think that their hair can't do certain things that their hair can absolutely do. Like your hair can absolutely do a wash and go. If your curls are intact, you can do a wash and go for sure. My hair is hard to find. I just saw that. Just watch a dermatologist channel, Dr. Dre. She recommends rice water for the hair, but to do it moderately. Okay, cool. We know. But if I do that, it would be hard to detangle. If you do what, it would be hard to detangle? A wash and go? Because my hair is actually easier to detangle when I do a wash and go. And again, the key is my hooded dryer, because my hooded dryer makes it to where my hair is not curling up on itself. It kind of stays elongated. Have you tried I have not tried the Felicia Leatherwood brush. I want to though. The reason that I didn't get the Felicia Leatherwood brush, I got a brush that's by a different Black woman actually. That I think is loosely based on the Felicia Leatherwood brush, is because when I was watching reviews of people comparing the two, they liked the brush that I have better. So I just got that one. But I have a lot of people who've asked me about the Felicia Leatherwood brush, so I'll probably get it to try it. But if I do that, what? Okay. I straightened mine for the first time last month after 3 years. And I loved how easy it was, but I definitely love my twist outs. Yes, girl. I just love my curly big hair. I don't like straight hair. I look back at myself when I had straight hair and I was like, ooh, I don't even look like myself to me. I love big hair. Like I really, to my soul, to my core, I love big hair, natural hair. I agree. Seeing the inspiration is so encouraging. Yeah. And I think that even just being able to see that it makes you start to love natural hair more. I've told the story. When I went natural, I had a Pinterest board that was devoted to me posting photos of natural hair. Like, that's what I did. I posted photos of natural hair. Like, over and over and over. I just looked through pictures of natural hair just to allow myself to see it and to fall in love with it. I'm actually, believe it or not, y'all, I'm new to wash and goes too. I just started doing wash and goes last year. I didn't think that I could do them with my hair. I was like, that don't work, because when I do wash and goes, I get single strand knots and my hair gets tangled and it's not going to work for me. I really thought that. And now I realize it's not true. I was just doing it wrong. I wasn't doing it right, unfortunately. What are some other alternatives other than a hooded dryer? I'm on a budget. Girl, I mean, you can get a hooded dryer for any of the other alternatives. By that point, you might as well have just saved for a hooded dryer. Because a hooded dryer, you can get one for $100. Some people pay that for a handheld dryer. You can get a hooded dryer for $100, in a decent one for $100. I would honestly recommend just go to Amazon and get a hooded dryer. Make sure it's an ionic hooded dryer. Yeah, make sure you get an ionic hooded dryer. It's worth the investment, honestly. Like, with the time and energy that it will save you, the products that you will not have to buy as often because you're not having to do your hair as often, I promise you it's worth it. Just get one. Just get one. I highly recommend it. I highly do. If you can, the only other alternative, I mean, you can do a handheld dryer with a diffuser attachment. You can do that and that'll be fine. It won't get your hair as defined, but if you're on a super, super budget, that's what I would recommend, is a handheld dryer with a diffuser and to just diffuse your hair. That will work. That will work. It won't have the same effect, but it will work. You just want to make sure that you are keeping your hair as still as possible while you're drying it. Like, if you can avoid all the flipping it over and stuff that you see other places, unless you want to make it really big. But if you're wanting to get it more defined, then just stay upright and just diffuse your hair in an upright position is what I would recommend if you can't get the dryer, especially if you already have a handheld dryer, which I think a lot of people do. But honestly, I think the hooded dryer is worth the investment. I agree with you. It is. See, look at you. We're right here. I didn't even read that. So what styles do you suggest? Because I'm pulling out this protective styles tomorrow. It depends on your hair, boo. It depends on your hair. As often as I see you on here, I don't know what your actual hair looks like. And so it depends on your hair is the answer. And it depends on what you like. So again, that's the kind of things that I help people with when they come to me and we have one-on-one time. Just because I recommend it, that also doesn't mean that you like it on your hair. Some people don't like wearing their hair in twists like I did. So it really depends on your hair. But for what I did twists and then twist outs. So I could recommend that to you. I don't know if you're going to love that recommendation, but that's what I would recommend. I could recommend something else potentially as well. We broke out here. No, we don't claim broke. We rich. We rich in our minds. We're rich in love. We're rich in health. We're rich in every kind of way. We got abundant mindsets out here. We align with the energy and the things that we want to attract. I'm so glad I caught you live. Just started watching and I'm inspired by your energy. Oh, thank you. You're wonderful, sis. That's so sweet. Those kind of things, like, that really does, like, it means so much. I really appreciate it. Like, every single person who takes the time to, like, comment and interact with me, like, y'all, I'll be like, oh, look at what this person said. It's so sweet. Like, it makes my day. It's because interacting with women and, like, helping people and it's just like, I just love it. I love when I'm able to help, and I love just like being able to have conversations and things like this. It makes my heart happy. So thank you. I think I may have accidentally skipped. Oh no. No, I didn't skip anything. Thank you, Teak. Okay, let's see. I got my foldable, portable Babyliss hooded dryer, secondhand on eBay for 15 plus shipping. The secondhand like Facebook Marketplace. You could get those. My stylist said to get like an actual stand-up hooded dryer if you can. Again, they're on Amazon. But again, if you have to go the foldable way, that's fine as well. And you never know. Somebody might have a stand-up hooded dryer on Facebook Marketplace too, y'all. Or eBay. Check some stuff out. I'll start looking up the hooded dryers and the places you guys suggested. I love this. Look at this community. If this is the kind of stuff you want all the time, go and join my Facebook group, Natural Girls Rule the World. It's in the description box of literally every single video that I've posted. So check it out. We are, at this point, it's like over 400 women are in there. So if you want to be part of it, it's free. Go and join. It's going to be really live in there starting in March. We're going to be real live. These kinds of lives will mostly be done in there, probably multiple times a week as we're discussing things. We just got to learn how to budget and save. Budget, save, and attract and manifest. Y'all don't know, but I'm a little bit woo-woo, as people will say. I'm very spiritual. I believe in God. I believe in Christ. I'm open to other people's beliefs in the way that, like, I don't judge people for their belief. And I kind of feel like different religions, we basically believe very similar things and in similar gods and things. But some people will say the universe. I believe it's all very similar. We just discuss things in different terms, in different terminologies. At the end of the day, just love people. Just love people. But yeah, I'm a little bit woo-woo. So I believe in the powers of manifestation, laws of attraction, things like that. It's real. I've experienced it in my own life. And if you think about science, that's just literally how things work. We ain't gonna go into all that today. Low porosity, 4A, 4B, thick hair, medium length. I loved anything. Could you please show us your hooded dryer one day? Girl, let me go get it right now. I'll be right back. It's in the closet. Excuse me, Layla. Sorry. Okay. So I didn't bring the bottom part of it just because that would have been too much. But this is my hooded dryer. And this part right here, like, sits on a pole. And that pole has like 3 wheels at the bottom. That pole has 5 wheels at the bottom. It has 5 wheels at the bottom. And this is the little face shield. So when I'm under the dryer, obviously normally my hair is like flat. But when I'm under the dryer, I put my little face shield down, you know, like you in the salon. I feel like I'm like an astronaut. Anyways, so yes, mine is by Heat Tools Professionals, Tourmaline Tools, and it's ionic. So the ionic dial is over here. I can turn the ionic on or off. I always leave it on because, again, my stylist specifically said to get an ionic one. I didn't ask no questions. I said, yes, ma'am, and I got it. And it's got different heat levels. Mine has high and low. If you can get one that's got high, medium, and low, that's recommended. And then my speed, it's a speed as well. And I put it on high. Everything goes on high for me. So, if you could get something that's got medium heat, that's what's ideal. That's what was recommended. This is what it looks like on the inside. Again, this part back here sits on a pole, and I sit in a chair, and I sit under the dryer. So that's how that works. And I bought mine in person because I was being impatient and I wanted it now. Don't care how I want it now. And so I paid $140 for mine. But I was helping someone with their hair who lives here. And I recommended that they get a hooded dryer. And they found one on Amazon for $100. So you can get, and it was literally like, it was that one. It was a different color. It was all black, but it was literally the same dryer for $100 on Amazon. So, yes, I hope that was helpful. Let's see. Say Frosty shows her dryer. And you're welcome. Look, if you ask to see it, I'm gonna show it to you, girl. I'm trying to tell y'all, I'm really here to help, like for real. Some people already believe that. Some other people will believe it one day. I have also been saving a ton of money with not buying up all these natural hair products I don't need. Yes, boo, talk about it. So many coins saved. I buy more expensive hair products and still save money because those more expensive products, they last longer because I don't got to use as much of them and I don't have to wash my hair as often in order to get the results that I want. So it's a win all the way around for me. All the wins. I feel you on that. So, yes. LOL, she really granted that request so quick. Yes, I'm here to serve. Hey, I'm there. Hi. So helpful. I never heard anything about Ionic. I love your hair so much. Thank you, Vanessa. When you dry your hair, do you face issues with drying the ends? Yes. Because if you mean drying the ends, like are my ends still wet? Yes. Because when I have my hooded dryer, the ends are down here. And there's a couple things that you could do. One, you could have your blow dryer with your diffuser and blow dry the ends. What I do is once the top of my hair is completely dry, I take and I go, whoop, and maybe I'll show y'all this one day. I basically flip it kind of into, not a puff, but I flip all my hair up to the top of my head. And then I put my hair under the dryer so my ends are at the top and they can get dry next. So that's how I handle that. What's your hair type, Dasha? So it depends on what you mean. If you mean by like, what's my hair type, like 4A, B, C, 3C, that kind of stuff, I don't really use that system, but just for your reference for like what my curls look like, they're usually like 3C to 4B kind of curls is what I got up in this hair right here. Like my hair right now is pretty, I don't know. It's not defined at all, which I love because I can get like such great puffs when my hair is like this. This is my favorite time to wear a puff. Yeah. Now, what the terms that I think of my hair as, on the spectrum of high porosity to low porosity, I'm like normal to low. On the spectrum of density, and density is how many hair follicles you have in like a square inch of hair. My hair is pretty medium to high density. When it comes to I talked about porosity. Did I say porosity? Yeah, porosity, density. When it comes to like the texture, like the thickness. When it comes to the thickness of my strands, I'm pretty fine. My hair texture is pretty smooth overall, but some of them are a little coarse. But overall, it's pretty fine. So like those are the kind I look at my hair's properties specifically when I'm talking about hair type. Because that's what actually matters when you are talking about the kinds of products that you need, what's going to work for your hair. Your curl pattern really doesn't. It really doesn't matter, y'all. Your curl pattern doesn't, and the thing is, think about it. Your curl pattern changes depending upon the state of which your curl is. So like, if your hair's wet, your curl pattern looks one way. If it's got this kind of product on it, then it looks that way. If it got no product on it, then it looks that kind of way. If it's been raining, then it looks another way. My curl pattern looks completely different depending upon what state my hair is in. So your curl pattern really doesn't say a whole lot if you really think about it. Tell you what products you need, because I'm sure you've seen someone who's got the same curl pattern as you, and what they do to their hair doesn't work for yours. And that's because curl pattern doesn't determine what kinds of products you need, the techniques that you need to use, what works for your hair, what doesn't. So, Trina, I hope that answered your question a little bit. What do you think of Olaplex? I've heard wonderful things about Olaplex, even from professionals. What I will say is I recommend going to a professional for something like Olaplex. For treatments, especially treatments that have to do with protein and strength and like the bonds of your hair, I just recommend going to a professional personally, because sometimes like that's the kind of thing that could potentially damage your hair if you don't know what you're doing. And if you're not doing it well, or if you don't need it and you're still doing it, that's the kind of thing that will damage your hair. So I think Olaplex is great. I hear it's really revolutionary. Like even for my kinky curly specialist, I hear it's really great. So I would just say go to a professional to get it. Yes, that's what I meant. Wet ends. Thank you, love. You're welcome. So helpful. Yes, would love to see a video of you demonstrating that. Okay, I'll do that. Isn't blow dryer heat? Blow dryer is heat. It's indirect heat. So there's different types of heat when it comes to styling your hair. There's direct heat and there's indirect heat. Direct heat is something like a flat iron, a curling iron, a hot comb, if y'all remember those back in the day, where heat is directly touching your hair. It's like you're touching your hair. Like you can't even touch your hand to it because it's so hot. But you can put your hand in front of a dryer or under a hooded dryer. That's indirect heat. It's not something, whatever is producing the heat within the dryer is not touching your hair. You're just getting the air that has touched the heat and is now getting sent out to your hair, if that makes sense. Let me know if it didn't. I'm happy to explain it again in more detail. When's your next wash hour or wash day? I love that question. Honestly, tomorrow. Tomorrow's the goal. I've been wanting to do my hair, but I've been so busy, so I haven't. Happens. Part of life. But tomorrow, I plan on relaxing tomorrow, chillaxing hard. And I plan on doing my hair. It's rainy too, so that's also part of the reason, but it'll be fine because the rain, I think we're about halfway through the rain being gone. So I'm going to do my hair tomorrow. One day I want to do like a live wash day. Would y'all watch a live wash day if I did like a wash hour live? That would be very interesting for me and for you, I think. Definitely for me, thinking about I use my phone as a camera, so thinking about taking my phone from place to place and making sure the lighting is cool or whatever. That could be fun, though. I actually think it could be a lot of fun. Okay, let's see. Yes, watch our live, please. Yes, I'd watch. Okay, I'll do that. I'll do that sometime. Maybe next month. But also, would that be too much? I don't think it would be too much. I think I can make it work. I think it could be fun. I'll wait until I'm still waiting on YouTube to let me do lives on my phone. Once YouTube lets me do live on my phone, then I'll do live wash day. I meet the qualifications, they still haven't given me access to do that yet. And I definitely am not taking my laptop in the shower. I'll take my phone because that's how I film in the shower anyways, with my phone. But I'm not doing it with my laptop. So once YouTube lets me go live with my phone, then I will do a live wash day on YouTube. I think that'll be fun. Let's see. Hooded dryer heat is equivalent to like being outside on a hot day. Yep. Preppy Faye, you are coming with the heat today. I think hooded dryers and diffusers are indirect heat. Yeah, they are indirect heat. I love this interaction that y'all have with each other in the chat. It's beautiful. It makes my heart, like, I feel like having communities of other women around you is very important. And that's really what I'm working to do, is just like build a community of women who can support each other. We're doing, and just love on one another and learn together. My hair looks dry, but it's moisturized. Mine too, girl, apparently, because I keep getting comments under YouTube videos and people saying my hair looks dry. And I just be like, okay, it's not. But I get what you're saying. It's not defined. It's definitely not defined. It's not dry either, though. I'll be learning, be reading, I'll be taking notes. LOL. The front of my hair is really short due to years of manipulation. So I'm hoping this new hair care regimen I've learned from you and adopted will help my hair overall flourish and grow. Oh, it will. It will. I believe that it will. Especially if the damage that you got was because of how much you were manipulating it. It will. Just thing, yes, watch our live, please. Yes, I'd watch it. But also, would that be too much? Preppy Faye, I appreciate that you care about whether or not it would be too much. I appreciate that, because sometimes this whole content thing is a lot. Especially when I want to make it quality content. How do you refresh your hair if you want to go another week without washing it? Ooh, that's the thing. Define refresh. Because if refresh, the shoulders, hit him with the shoulders. I'm such a weirdo. I'm sorry. I can't help it. It depends on what you mean by refresh. If by refresh you mean like re-moisturize and it's going to be good for another week, then that's not a thing. You have to rewash it. So you have to rewash it. If by refresh you mean you want to do like another style and you want your hair to LA laughing at me. You want to do like another style, you can do another style with your hair. Just understand that the style is going to be, your hair is still going to be dry in that style. And that's okay as long as you understand that. I see someone say use a spray bottle. You can use a spray bottle. Your hair still won't be hydrated though. Like you need to submerge your hair in water in order for it to really be hydrated. And if you don't feel like going through a full wash day, you can kind of like submerge it in water and then redo your style. Again, you can use a spray bottle. But again, it kind of just depends on what you mean, on what you mean by that. When you say refresh. Because usually what I do when I'm going longer than a week is I'll put it up in a puff and I'll keep it moving because I don't want to manipulate it too much in between wash days. If that makes sense. You can use other there's a product that I use that's by the Dew. I don't remember what it's called though, but literally I'll just use it in order to put my hair up into a puff. Spritz my hair with water just to make it a little more malleable and put it up into a puff. I've shown a video. There's a video on my YouTube channel, but I use this to do my puffs as opposed to a hair bow because it's less tension on my hair. Way less tension on my hair. I need help recognizing the products from the list. Can I send you the links of those products? I need help recognizing the products from the list. What do you mean? Sis, yes, I honestly think I want to go to beauty school and become licensed. I just need to pay off my current student loans. Oh, that would be lit. Litty! No, you need to do more wag. I've never seen you pick your hair. Do you have a video about that? A video? No, I don't have a video of me picking out my hair. I don't pick out my hair though. Literally, This is what I do. Fluff. Every once in a while, though, I will use a wide tooth comb. Like, again, if I'm doing a photo shoot or something and I need my hair to be big right now, then I'll be like, boop, boop, boop. So I'll do a video on that. I will do a video on that. I can do a video on that. These are things that I like assume that people don't care to see, I guess. But that's not true. Let's see. That makes sense. Hey, beautiful. Oh, hi. Hey, Teddy. One of the prettiest natural girls I know. Hi, I'm from Birmingham. We love you. Oh, wait, which Birmingham? Birmingham in Alabama or Birmingham in the UK? That's so sweet. People are so sweet. Y'all are encouraging. I just have been inspired these past 3 to 4 years, and I see there's been such a need. Yes, there is such a need, especially for people, for professional hairstylists who really know how to deal with curls in their curly state. So, girl, go ahead and get it if that's what you want to do. Are you a teacher? Am I a teacher? I'm not a teacher. I have worked with students, though. I've been in classrooms, had my own classrooms over the summers when I worked with the Children's Defense Fund and Freedom Schools. I was a servant leader intern, and then I was an Ella Baker trainer. If anyone knows anything about Freedom Schools, you're amazing. You're amazing. And my first year out of college, I worked at the Birmingham Education Foundation in Alabama. You're so close to me, Teddy. I'm in Huntsville area. I used to live in Birmingham. I worked at the Birmingham Education Foundation, and I developed and piloted the elementary school programming there. And so I was in classrooms all the time. So I'm not a teacher, but I have worked with students a lot. I love working with kids. Like, I've literally worked with kids for years. I love working with kids. So I know a lot about the teacher world, but I've never been a teacher specifically. Also, people have been letting me experiment with their hair. Would definitely love to be knowledgeable. Preppy Faye, you're amazing. I appreciate you. That's so cool. I love that you're like going for it, that you're really learning and that you're going for it. And I feel like a lot of times people will just kind of like want to do something and like wait until someone else qualifies them, or wait until a piece of paper says that they can do it, or wait until whatever. I appreciate that you are just like deciding to learn and spread knowledge and love and all of that now, because it's already within you. Like, you learn by doing, and you learn by, like, you can go to school for this, absolutely, and I would recommend that you do if that's what you want to do. And even people who have gone to cosmetology school, there's just not a lot of information there about kinky curly hair, and not a lot of information that is correct and accurate about kinky curly hair. So regardless, you will have to do that research on your own and get that experience on your own. And it's so cool that you're starting to do that now. By refresh, I meant the scalp as well, because it can get itchy after a week. Girl, you got to wash it. It's because of, think about it, right? Your scalp is skin, right? The sebum, you sweat in your scalp, you secrete sebum from your scalp. And sebum, there's toxins in all of that. And imagine if you didn't wash your body for a week or longer. Your scalp is just skin, just the same way you secrete oils from your skin, which on the scalp we call it sebum, but you secrete oils from your skin, you sweat and you know, secrete toxins from your skin. And so y'all have to think about your scalp like it's the skin on the rest of your body, except you don't wash it every day. And so that means it's more susceptible to what you put on it, because whatever you put on your hair and scalp is going to be there for a week or longer until you wash it the next time. But on your body, on your skin, you're washing your skin probably every day for most people. And so like when something like refreshing your scalp so that it's not dry and itchy after a week, it should be dry and itchy after a week, because it is dry and it is itchy and it's time for it to be washed again. And so like you can put stuff on there that's going to help appease it. You know, you can put spritz your scalp with some water, do a light a light scalp massage, maybe after you spritz it with some water with some oil or something, a very light oil. Again, I don't necessarily recommend that, but you could do a tea tree oil to help get rid of the itch. But that's just covering up the fact that you need to wash your hair, ultimately, is what that's going to do. So there are things that will help with that. But I want to make it clear that the fact that your hair is dry and itchy after a week not washing it is not abnormal. It's not a bad thing. It's normal. It should be. And it's because you need to go and wash your hair. Does that make sense? I just don't want people thinking that something's wrong with them and they need to go and see somebody because their scalp gets dry and itchy, because that's normal. Also, people have been letting me, okay, I saw that one. Fresh in Alabama. The first 5 or 6 products that are approved for this challenge, what are they? I have some products of EcoSlay and the Dew. Can I send links to you? I need you to help me out. Are you in the Facebook group? That's a perfect conversation for the Facebook group. And that's really what I've made that for. Because if you have that question, I'm sure other people have that question too. Y'all part of her natural hair group on Facebook. I think they would be easier. She got all of these in there. I joined a few days. Preppy Faye! What's your name in the Facebook group? Yes, I did join, but I do not live in the USA and I'm not American. English is not my first language. Really? You typing really great on here. You probably speak English better than most English speakers. Do you go to bed with your hair like that? How do you prep it? Yes, actually. So when I'm wearing my hair in a puff, I personally do leave my hair in a puff and I like wrap. So one, I have satin pillowcases. So both my pillowcases are satin. So if anything goes down, you know, I'm still secure. I still got the satin as a backup. But I wrap my hair, tie it. I leave my puff kind of out. Usually my puff is smushed like this under the wrap is what it looks like. And when I wake up, I literally go like this. And I walk out the door. That's all I do. When I wear my hair out, like when I'm wearing it in a fro, I literally will just take a loose hair bow and I'll put it on here just one time. I don't make it tight. I just make a really loose pineapple. And then in the morning I take it off and then I just fluff it with my fingers. And that's literally it. And yeah, ask and understand English isn't your first language. If you're in the group, ask that question in the group and put the links in the group. If you put all that in the group, I will go in there and I'll answer your questions. So yeah, send them to me. Post them in the Facebook group. Gina's laughing at me. Post them in the Facebook group. And I'll go in there and confirm that those are the proper things that you need. Do you go to bed with it? Okay, LOL. I won't say on here, but I can reach out in the group. Perfect. Do you recommend DIY flaxseed gel? Have you tried it? If so, does it have a strong hold? So I did try it once. I actually liked it. I feel like DIY flaxseed gel could be a really cool thing. I want to try it again. Well, that's actually a lie. I don't want to try it again. It's not because it didn't work well. It's the first time I made it, I didn't make it strong enough. I had put some other herbs in the water and that messed with the way that it gelled. The gel didn't get as thick as it usually would. But I tried it one other time before that and it was thicker and it got my curls defined. Okay. So I actually do like homemade flaxseed gel. The reason that I don't use it is because I can go and buy something that's just as good or better at the store without having to waste my flax seeds, because I actually do eat flax seeds. I eat a mostly vegan diet, so I actually eat flax seeds. So I can do it without wasting my flax seeds and by using less time, and it's gonna work better and be more effective more than likely. So I don't do it because essentially I'm lazy and I don't like DIY. I don't like DIY if I don't got it. I don't like it. I DIY my food that I eat that fuels my scalp so that my hair can have what it needs to grow. That's what I DIY. That's where I spend my time. Oh, Curacao. We speak Papiamentu. I want to go there. I've heard of that before. I remember the first time somebody told me what language was spoken there, I was like, I have never heard of that. I have never heard of that. That is so cool. I kind of want to have friends. So I have a YouTube sister. I actually don't know. I think she does follow my YouTube. I think she does follow my YouTube too. But we message on Instagram, and she lives in Nigeria. And I was like, oh my gosh, I want to go. And she was like, really? I think because a lot of people are wanting to not go to Nigeria right now because of different things that are happening. But, oh wow, Vanessa, we're the same. I thought about doing like vegan videos, but I'm like, I don't know how many people are going to be interested in things like that. So I don't do it. I'll slowly expand to different aspects of my life eventually. But right now I'm mostly focusing on natural hair to help me build my channel. Oh, wow. And Preppy Faye. What? This is so cool. This is kind of thing that makes my heart happy. Oh my gosh, y'all. Okay. And especially if y'all are in the Facebook group, we can literally talk about this. Because I really want the Facebook group to be a place where we talk about multiple things. But yeah, so she's from Nigeria. I was like, girl, when I come visit, we linking. Like, you're going to show me around. Like, we're going to hang out. So I really want to have friends, like curl friends, YouTube sisters in different places so that like when I travel, we can link up and we can have fun. Wow, that's just so many vegans on here. Yes, please expand. Would love that type of content. Okay. Oh, I love that. That just made my heart so happy. Oh my gosh. That's so cool. Like, what are the odds that like 3 people in here are vegan? That's so cool. I need recipes for real. Literally. Okay, post in the Facebook group. I'm so serious. I'm like in March. The way that I focused on YouTube in February is the way that I'm focusing on that Facebook group in March. So literally come into the Facebook group. No corona. Oh, almost no corona. I need to come there. But the way that I focused on YouTube in March, which again, I'm still going to continue doing YouTube videos on Mondays, Thursdays, and Saturdays. It will be a video or it'll be a live, one or the other. But the way that I focused intensely on YouTube for that 30 days, I'm focusing on my Facebook group like that for the next 30 days. So the Facebook group is where you want to be in addition to this YouTube channel, because I'm going to be continuing to put content out here too. Wait, what's the Facebook group? It's called Natural Girls Rule the World. It's in all of my bios. There's a link in all of my bios. And then the last couple of videos that I did, I made sure it was at the top of the bio. So you can just click on that link and it'll take you directly to the group. Natural Girls Rule the World. There's like over 400 women in there at this point. I really want there to be like 1,000. Yes. All right, y'all. I've been so busy talking. I have not eaten my salad at all. So I am going to I'm going to chill. I'm going to eat my salad. I really enjoyed talking to y'all. This has been so much fun. Thank you for the questions. Yes, come join the Facebook group because we can have these kinds of conversations all the time in there. I'm expecting to be besties for real. So hop in there. We'll have fun. We'll have girl chat, not just about natural hair, but about other things too, because it is a group for women with kinky curly hair. So naturally, we share a lot of different experiences other than just our hair. So I want to talk about all those kinds of things. But I love y'all. Thank you so much for being in here. Y'all are so supportive. Do you re-moisturize your hair every day? How do you fresh out? Is it a spray bottle of aloe vera? Nope. I don't re-moisturize my hair. The only time I really spritz it at this point is if I'm about to restyle it really quick and I need to be able to manipulate it. Otherwise, it's just on wash day. But thanks. Bye, everybody. Have a great night, and I will see y'all soon. For anyone who is late or who wants to rewatch this, it should be on my channel. Phone number and stuff. Here we are now. I can give my phone number and we can WhatsApp. Oh, that's sweet. You'll see. But yes, have a great night, everybody, and I will talk to you soon. Bye.